Okay, recording.
Yeah, so I came here to meet you all and to introduce a subject called solutionism. And what I found here at PorkFest was solutionism, embodied in the activities that people are involved in here. A little bit about me. My name is Garko. That's what people call me, therefore that's my name. And I worked with Aaron Russo 4 years ago, and I worked with We Are Change Austin, and I worked with We Are Change LA, and the Ron Paul Revolution. I had like one of the top 20 blogs during the campaign and so forth. So I have some background in this. Around November of last year, I started thinking, what if everything that we're doing is everything that they want us to do? What if everything that we do when we go out in the streets and we got bullhorns, we got signs, and we got so forth, is something that they expect that we're going to do, that they've figured into their planning, that's not a surprise to them, that works into their planning somehow because we're flowing them energy by protesting them and so forth, and that gives them even more substance. We're talking about, substance, does the state exist and so forth? Well, if we're fighting the state, then it exists, okay? So then I was looking at how much contentiousness and bickering and divisiveness and so forth is involved in the liberty movement as it exists right now in most areas. And I'm going that there's got to be something better where we're not playing their game and where we're not fighting amongst ourselves. So basically my idea for that became solutionism, okay? Years ago, I saw some people demonstrating in Glendale, California, near Los Angeles, and they were carrying signs, U.S. out of Iraq, Bush out of the White House, no blood for oil, and they were looking around, they were pretty glum. So I said to them, what if you actually put out a positive message and so forth? How would the response be? And before I left, they went from being glum to walking around, dancing, singing, accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative. So that kind of gave me the idea at an early stage as far as my activism is concerned, that you're best off if you actually work towards solving problems rather than fighting against people that are trying to take stuff away from you. Because the thing that you're always fighting against is an infringement upon something. So why not just make that thing stronger rather than fighting the infringement? Yeah. Okay? Yeah. So basically, solutionism is it's got no ideology. It's got no agenda. It's got no basically we're facilitators. Because there are a lot of people right here, right now, that I'm talking to here and around here in this facility that have solutions. And there are people who want solutions. So all solutionism is about bringing people together who have solutions and want solutions so that they can work better together. So we're talking about things like permaculture and other methods of sustainability. We're talking about local currency and barter systems and organic and community organic farming and gardening and things along those natures. Okay? And my vision is like this. Okay, so if we keep fighting the powers that be, we're playing their game. But what if we just say, you play your game, we're going to play our game. Okay, and our game is empowering individuals and creating stronger communities. They crash the dollar. The feds come into wherever you guys are from, and they say, okay, good, the dollar's crashed, we're going to take all your dollars, we're going to give you arrows, right? What if in your town you got solutionism really cranking, and you say, well, you know something, sir, we got this local currency and we got a barter system here. We got plenty of food because people are like doing guerrilla gardening and community gardening and organic farming and so forth. It's fine, you can keep your marrows, we don't need them, we're doing okay. That's kind of the direction that I see as the winning approach, instead of fighting against all of the negativity. I think fighting the negativity, there's an old saying, poison snake bites you and you're poison too. You fight the negativity, and it brings out the best and the worst in people. And that's where you get all the divisiveness and contentiousness and bickering and so forth that goes on inside the liberty movement right now. But and as part of something that doesn't have an ideology, I don't care. Now I know, as I think everybody in this room does, that global warming is a hoax made up by the state in order to take away our rights, and it's all about greed and power and so forth.
I don't know. I'd say.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that either.
Yeah.
All right, well that's fine. That's great.
I'd say maybe a little bit, maybe a
Yeah.
little bit,
But
not,
that's fine.
That's
fine.
definitely part of it.
not 100%.
Yeah, but the point is this. You're welcome in solutionism. We disagree completely on that subject. You want to come and do something about global warming? You come and do something about global warming. If there's people in the group that feel the same as you do, then go ahead and do it. Okay? Because you're sincere and you're honest and you want to do something and so forth. And sometimes I see within the liberty movement individuals who, in their own interpersonal relations, are actually more fascistic than they are libertarian. You have to believe this way. You have to think this way. You have to stop supporting that guy. You got to start supporting this guy. And that's not. If we can't embody it in our own actions, then how are we going to change other people? So if somebody wants to come into our group and has something that's totally contrary to what I believe is true, but they want to solve that problem, they're welcome to see if the other group members want to participate in it. Yeah.
You want to be careful, I don't know if it's foundational to what you're saying, but I think you want to be careful with this us versus them and talking about, things that are going to crash in the future or not, or what their agenda is and all that, because I don't think that's a solid foundation.
That was an illustration.
This whole they
Yeah.
thing, I don't think they are as cohesive as some people
I'll
say.
agree with you.
And the dollar may or may not crash. It's not even relevant to what liberty is about. They may or may not have hoaxes that are meant to take away our rights. We may not even have any rights. Okay? But that's not relevant. It's just not relevant.
Okay.
I mean, there are some people who are moving in a certain direction. Who want to move in another one. Like basing it on us versus they and things that may go wrong in the future. Like just don't think that's a solid foundation.
That's the paradigm. That's the paradigm of the liberty movement.
No, that's a paradigm of a subset of the liberty. Not everyone buys into that. Especially,
right.
I would say that's not common among our anarchists. To buy into the us versus them, and disasters coming down the road.
Well, I'm glad. Because that's just an illustration to move away from that. Okay, because I don't think that that's a winning approach, and I think that that's from my experience of 4 years in this particular vein. That's what I've seen is the whole fear mongering and Alex Jones and all that kind of stuff, kind of thing. Okay. And people say Alex Jones wakes up a lot of people, and I'm like, okay, good, but where's the solutions? Okay, once you quote unquote wake somebody up,
He gets angry all the time. Where is solutions?
yeah, and I think there's a lot of people that are woken up now, and now we need to move on to actually doing stuff that and communicating and working together towards solutions. So yeah, all right, cool. Yeah. So I mean, that's basically. We're going to have, I have a website right now which is fully functional. It's tothenthpower.com, which is number 2, the nth power. It's supposed to symbolize like infinity and synergy and people working together and the potential of that. And power is people organizing with effective results. Okay? And that's where there's going to be, there already is a whole social networking and meetup functionality and so forth, so people can go back to their areas, sign up at that website, talk to people about solutions, and have a place to coordinate with others in their local area, and also on the internet. So
you're talking about like kind of guerrilla economy where it doesn't have huge power centers that the government can like put in control of people what to do.
I think it's called being Fabian. Fabian was a Roman emperor rather, and prior to that he was a general. And the thing that he was famous for was that when the enemy would try to attack, he wouldn't be there. Okay, they'd say, "Oh, good, we got him cornered. He's over there. Bam, he's gone." Okay, so I mean that's part of it.